Hello my dear students. So you can see the practical list 4 functions over here. For understanding functions, we are going to perform this practicals. So in this lecture, I am going to perform this. Now we are not going to perform, we are having 7 practicals. We are not going to perform the third practical because reversing an array will need swapping, right? So I want you guys to write a swap function, but to swap the values, we will need to understand one concept called call by value and call by reference that I have not covered yet. So I am going to skip this program until I will cover call by value and call by reference. So we are not going to perform third practical. Also, we are not going to perform the fifth practical because fifth practical is all about finding the length of string, and whenever I am using pointers, it will be very easy to pass string as an argument in a function. So I am not going to cover it now. We are going to delay it until we cover pointers, right? So among the 7 practicals, we are going to perform 5 practicals. So let me copy this practical to my IDE. So inside this, I am copying this. Right. So we are not going to perform this 5th practical. Let me erase it. And the third one. Right. So we are going to perform the rest of the practicals in this lecture. So first practical is write a program to find maximum of 2 numbers. So to understand function, you must know how to implement this practical without using function. So for that I am using include stdio dot h, then int main, then return 0. Here I am taking 2 variables a and b. Now first I am going to write this program without using function, and then I'm going to show you that how you can create a function, right? So for without using function, I can write test printf, enter 2 numbers. Here it will be scanf %d and a and b, right? Now how can I find if a is greater than b? Then what can I write? Printf a or %d is max, right? So here it will be a. Otherwise in else I am writing printf %d is max, that is b, right? I am not considering the concept of, here I am saving it as functions. I am not considering the concept of equal to over here. I hope you guys are understanding that. Now suppose I want to write a function. How can I write a function? I can write, see, whenever I am talking about getting maximum number, that means from function I am expecting some kind of integer value, because maximum of 2 integer will be type as int, max as the name of function, and here I am passing int num1 and num2. Right, so or I can also pass a here I have taken a and b over here, so that's why I am taking different name. You can also take same name, but it will be then confusing, so I am taking different name. Inside this, what I am going to do, I am going to copy this statement and paste it over here, but here it is not a and b, so I am doing num1 num2. And instead of printing, because I want to return, right? I want to return some answer. I don't want to print it. So I am just writing return num1. So if num1 is greater, I am going to print num1. Otherwise, I am going to return num2. Here num2. So this is how I can write a code. So what is going to be happen? Here I have to call max of a and b, and this value will be assigned to maximum. You cannot give max as a variable now because it is already a function name. So I am creating one variable maximum, and whatever value will be returned by this function will be stored to this maximum, and inside this maximum, so here I am writing printf maximum among this 2 is percentage d, that is maximum, right? So this is how you can write a program. Let me save the program, compile it and run it. What is an issue? Sequence, okay, capital N is not there, / small n. Save it, compile it and run it. Maximum was not declared, okay. Let me save and compile it again. I am entering 12 and 6. So maximum of this is 12. Now, this is the easiest program, but I would like to explain the function a bit. So for that, let me open one Word file. So here, what I am doing? I am creating one function max. I am giving it return type as int and taking two integer a and b, or say here I have taken num1 and num2, right? And inside this I have written if num1 is greater than num2, then return num1, else return num2, right? And here inside void main or int main, what I have written, I have taken two values from user using scanf, and first I have used printf enter numbers, then doing scanf %d, right, here and a and b. So here inside we are creating four variables a, b and num1 and num2, right? So when user is entering two numbers, whatever I have entered 12 and 6 will be stored to a and b. Then I am creating another variable named as maximum. So it will create maximum, but right now it is having garbage value. Then what I am doing, I am going to call max of AB. So what is max of AB? It will be max of 12, 6. So this 12 will be copied to num1 because here it is first is num1. So here it will be 12 and this 6 is copied to num2. So here it will be 6. I hope you guys are understanding. Now it is num1 is 12, num2 is 6. Before it was having garbage value. So here it will check if 12 is greater than 6 or not. Yes, 12 is greater than 6. So it will return num1, that is 12. So this entire function is returning, this this entire function is returning 12 as an answer. I am assigning this value to new variable maximum. So now maximum is having 12 value and I am going to print this value. To understand function, I must know that how exactly everything is being done. So this is how functions works. So this was the first practical. Write a program to find the function of, write a function to find maximum of given number. The second thing is write a function which receives number as argument and returns sum of digit of that number. So we have performed this program, right? So it is expecting sum of digits, that is some kind of integer. So the function will be integer and naming it as some digits. And here what argument should I give? If I am giving just one integer number, then it should calculate sum of digits. Right now I will just write a program without using function and then I will show you that how you can write it with function. So enter a number n, right? So I am telling it as n. And if you know this program without using function, you know that we will need reminder, we will need sum, or we will need add. So sum or you can use it sum also, right? Sum equal to 0 and I will add some more numbers if needed. So instead of this, what you are going to write, you are going to erase extra code. Here it will be n. So you are going to take value of n from user. Then you will write while n greater than 0. What you are going to do? R equal to n modulo 10. Then sum equal to sum plus r and n equal to n modulo divided by 10. Right. So at the end of this, we were getting sum, and I was printing printf /n sum of digits is %d, and here it will be sum. This is the program without using the functions. Now the logic is this. Now I'm going to write this logic inside my function. So here instead of n, I will write num. Instead of each n, I'm going to write num. And here also my program does not know what is r, what is sum, right? So for that I can declare int r and here sum equal to 0, right? So this is how it will perform, and at the end it will, instead of printing sum, it will return sum, right? So this is all about summation. Here I have already created one variable sum. So this both sum are different, but for convenience I am taking sum1 so that you don't confuse it, right? You can take similar name. That is all about the scoping of the function that I have not covered. So I am going to cover it when I am going to teach about recursion. But right now just understand that you can write similar name, but to avoid any kind of confusions, I am just writing different names. So sum1 equal to the function name, and inside this function name I am going to pass argument of n. So whatever number entered by user, here r is not needed anymore. So whatever number is entered by user, suppose user have entered 1, 2, 3 over here, so it will call here sum of 1, 2, 3. So this 1, 2, 3 will be copied to this num, and this entire thing will be processed and the answer will be returned, and I'm going to print here sum1, right? Now let me copy this, save this, compile it and run it. If I'm entering 1, 2, 3, I'm getting 6 as an answer. So this is all about the program. So now to practice functions, you can also take a program of reversing a number, finding first and last digit of a number. So you know the logic of the finding if the number is Armstrong number or not. You can perform each of those practical using functions. So you can create a function which will reverse the number. You can create a function which will tell if the number is Armstrong number or not. You can create a function which will tell you that if the number is perfect number or not, right? So this is all about this practical. So we have covered the second practical. Now the fourth practical is generate the Fibonacci series of a given number. So you have to give the function name as Fibo because it is telling me, and here I am erasing this code. Now I am going to tell it that up to which sequence you have to print. So if I am entering 6, that means it have to print 6 Fibonacci numbers, and I know the logic where I can generate a Fibonacci sequence. So what I need N from user, then A, then B, and then C. Right? And what I was doing, I was taking N from user, then I am writing for int I equal to 0, I is less, or int I equal to 1, I is less than or equal to N, I plus plus. I was doing first I was printf percentage D, that is B. I was printing B, then I was doing C equal to A plus B. If you have not gone through the logic of Fibonacci sequence, first watch that video, then come over here again, right? So this is the code I have done to print the Fibonacci sequence. Let me just erase this for now and save this program and execute to see if it is printing correct or not. So if I am entering 6, it will print 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Right? So it is correct. Yes, it is correct. So now I want to create a function. So I am creating function Fibo and I am passing num. So instead of this logic I should print over here, and instead of this I am just calling Fibo of N, and here this A, B, C. Here also one thing you should notice that A should be initialized as 0. Sometimes it gives correct answer, but not all the times. It should initialize with 1. So I should copy this and it should be pasted over here, because now ABC belongs to this block, not this block. So I have to declare ABC over there. I hope you guys are understanding. Let me save this program, and here also instead of N it will be num, right? Because value of N will be copied to num. So if I just save it, compile it and run it, save it, compile it and run it, enter 6, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. If I enter 7, let me enter 7 and check if it is giving me correct answer. Yes, it is giving me correct answer. So we have successfully completed the function in which it was printing Fibonacci numbers. So this is all about today's class. In the part 2 of this video, I am going to explain the rest of the practicals, that is 6th and 7th practical, finding GCD of a number and finding the particular defined function for finding NCR. Right? So I hope you enjoyed this class. If you have any doubt, you can comment below the comment section and ask me. See you in the next class. Thank you so much.